Celebrations for St. Patrick's Day will always be incomplete without food. So our next guest is here to make sure we do the Feast of St. Patrick right.
We have with us today Toronto baker Colin Asuncion, who is here to share with us some delicious and easy to bake recipes. Hello, Colin, welcome back.
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day, my friends. I'm so excited to be back. We're going to have a very tasty time, I promise.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And since this day is about celebrating, the best way to start is definitely with this boozy chocolate stout loaf. Tell us about this cake while we get to dig in.
Absolutely. So Irish Stout is absolutely a favorite drink around St. Patrick's Day. And, you know, it makes a great addition to a chocolate loaf cake like this one today. It gives it that sort of je ne sais quoi kind of malty quality. I think it's absolutely delicious. And the batter for this cake is mixed by hand, which can help you avoid over mixing. So it has a really nice, soft, smooth texture when you bite into it.
It is just lovely, and it doesn't taste beery. It just sort of brings out the chocolate notes. I love it. And this glaze is definitely adding a kick to the flavor. Tell us about it, and what are the different glaze options you'd like to do for this loaf cake?
For sure. So we have an Irish whiskey glaze on top of this loaf cake. It's so simple. It's literally just icing sugar and Irish whiskey. But you could do other variations. You could do Irish cream instead of the whiskey, or if you don't want to have alcohol on your cake, you can do lemon juice or milk, a nice, easy alternative.
Okay, well, speaking of alternatives, is there a substitute for the stout for those who want, like, maybe you want a non-alcoholic version for the kids?
For sure, yeah. You could replace the stout with a cup of coffee. And I know you might be thinking, I don't really want my kids drinking
That's
coffee
exactly
either,
what I was thinking. Yep.
But it's just a cup of coffee across 2 loaves, so it's really not a lot of coffee. You could, of course, use decaf if you are concerned about the caffeine.
Okay, I love those ideas. So I, like many people, believe that true happiness is found in a loaf of freshly baked bread. And I see this gorgeous loaf of Irish soda bread that I think both Jess and I have been salivating over. So we're going to try it out and then tell us about it.
For sure. Let's talk about Irish soda bread, because I did a little research before today's segment, and I learned something really interesting, that Irish soda bread as we know it in Canada is not really Irish. It's about as Irish as fortune cookies are Chinese. So, you know, but people still make it and enjoy it around St. Patrick's Day because it has Irish in the name, and that's why we're having it today. So Irish soda bread, it gets its rise from baking soda, not yeast. That's where the soda comes from in the name. And this one has lemon zest and some currants to give it some brightness and a little sweetness. I personally don't love raisins, but I love dried currants in my baked goods.
The lemon zest is also a really nice, additional element. Yeah,
I love it. It's almost kind of like a giant scone.
Yeah.
No, it's like I want to have it with jam and clotted cream. Hey, listen, I have a feeling like this one's cooked perfectly. It looks gorgeous. But these things have to cook at a high temperature. How do you get it from not burning?
That's right. It does bake at a very high temperature. I think this one's 425, so very, very hot. So to avoid burning or excess browning on the top, about halfway through your baking time, just tent it loosely with aluminum foil, and that will prevent any burning mishaps.
So it is delicious and it's wonderful and it's simple. You don't need to have get involved with yeast or anything like that. What do you love pairing it with?
You know, I'm a simple guy myself. I just love a smear of butter on a slice of bread. But of course, you could do honey, you could do your favorite jam, or marmalade, or marmalade if you're fancy.
Marmalade. We're not marmalade girls. No, we're marmalade. Hey, listen, next up, you've got these gorgeous marbled citrus clover cookies, very on theme. And so tell us how you made these.
It's such a simple cookie dough. I just made pretty much a regular sugar cookie dough, but I added lime zest and lemon zest for that nice brightness and that extra flavor kick. You know, these cookies are so simple. You don't have to chill the dough before you roll it out. It's very easy, and it's very impressive because of the aesthetic of it.
They're lovely. How did you create this marbled effect?
So you take half your cookie dough and you color it with food dye or gel food coloring. And then you take that half and you gently knead it into the neutral colored dough before you roll it out, and then you cut it out. Yeah, it's so easy. And what's great about this technique is, you know, it looks so refined and so impressive, but it really is so easy. And you can apply this technique to a lot of different themes. You could use orange food coloring and a pumpkin cookie cutter for fall or for Halloween, or you could do pink food dye and heart cookie cutouts for Valentine's Day, or Easter's coming up, so you could do multicolored dough and use an egg-shaped cookie cutter for little Easter egg cookies. It's really versatile.
These are great ideas, and I think they would be so fun to do with kids as well. You also have some more unique flavored cookies for us. Tell us about these matcha green tea shortbread cookies with sesame seeds. They are so cute. See, that's how you use the word
so
they are so
pretty.
cute. Right? They're
Yeah,
cute.
that's cute.
Like not branding, not branding. Anyway, sorry, the earlier topic. Yes, these are cute.
I'm glad you think they're cute. I think so too. And whenever I'm on the show, I like to bring something a little bit unconventional to the table. And honestly, usually it's involving tahini, but not today. Today we're going with matcha green tea, which I recognize is not at all Irish, but it is green. So I think it works for today. And so shortbread, of course, is enjoyed in Ireland and across the UK. And it's a nice blank canvas for any flavor that you love. So I just whisked in some matcha green tea powder right into my dry ingredients. You could use your favorite tea. You could use Earl Grey or chai. And then these cookies, once we've finished the dough and have rolled them out into balls, we dip them into black sesame seeds for a nice crunch and some visual interest as well.
Colin, the texture of these cookies is so beautiful. It kind of melts in your mouth. And then with the texture of the sesame seeds on top, it's really, really beautiful. Could you exchange anything for the sesame seeds, though, if you wanted to add something else?
For sure, yeah. I've used black sesame seeds. You could use white sesame seeds. You could use poppy seeds, or something that's really, really tasty and a little bit sweeter. Once the cookies are cool, you can drizzle a little melted white chocolate on top. That would be really special.
Oh, that would be really good.
Accidentally took a bite, forgot that I've got something to tell you. And I'm really, really sad because we've come to the last tasting of the day. But these orange cardamom cakes with cream cheese frosting look beautiful. They look like little presents. But I noticed they're not green, but they're still on theme for St. Patrick's Day, right?
That's right. When I was coming up with today's menu, I was very tempted to make them green. Very, very tempted. But I thought, not everything can be green. So what else is kind of St. Patrick's Day themed? And then I thought of the legend of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And so these are like little pots of gold because our orange cardamom cakes are decorated with cream cheese frosting and then finished with edible gold leaf. That's real gold on your cakes. I might not have a pot of gold, but I've got a plate of gold-covered cakes in front of me, so I think that's pretty special.
These are delicious.
Those are so good.
Oh my gosh, I'm just kind of like taking it all in. The gold leaf decoration, it is really elevating the whole look. So where do we get, like, I don't know where to get those fancy things.
You can find edible gold leaf at any specialty bakery store, or you can just buy it online. That's what I do. Now, it is a little bit pricey, but I think it adds a beautiful bougie touch to your bakes. But if you want to go with something a little bit more economical, you could do gold luster dust or just simple gold sprinkles on top. That would be just as beautiful.
What other types of frosting could you use to go with this?
So if you don't want to use cream cheese frosting, you could do just a regular vanilla buttercream, or you could do whipped cream and fold some jam into the whipped cream. That would be really, really delicious. Tutti frutti, yum, yum, yum. Or you could do a simple glaze like we did on the chocolate stout cake. There's a lot of different options for you.
Colin, thank you so much for this grand and scrumptious spread today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I hope you've enjoyed all the treats, and I hope you have a very happy rest of your St. Patrick's Day.
I'm going to spend a little time with Cynthia choosing our favorite and then trying to grab them before we share them with everyone else.